Welcome back to City Skylines. So we are here in Luckyville today for a little bit of a special occasion. Quote unquote special, that is. Excuse me. Sorry, evil laugh prematurely broke out. I mean, no evil laughs here. Anyways, yeah, City Skylines. Special occasion. It's the season finale, quote unquote. And today, I have a funny feeling the Luckyville's luck is about to run out. I don't know. I just have a very, very eerie feeling here. But we got all sorts of fun stuff planned for this video, including Season 3, what I plan to be doing here. So, sit back, relax, and hit the usual like and subscribe buttons. I mean, not like, you know, that last one's obvious, but, you know, it's much appreciated as always. So let's just get down to business, shall we? So, this is, of course, the season finale, which means our work here in Luckyville is probably done. This city has been really nice to us, and it's been interesting seeing the development, trying to get as many people into this city as we could for Vanilla Twist playthrough. We've had all sorts of disasters break out. Some good, and some a little over the top. We'll ignore the over the top one. But anyways, it ended up with a final result of a little north of about 133, if I remember correctly. This was supposed to be a 40-year playthrough, but it didn't exactly pan out that way, just simply because it took a little bit too long, and it dawned on me that there's only so much I can do in a vanilla playthrough. So, I think this is probably an appropriate point to, quote-unquote, end things for the time being. So with that being said, let's already start thinking about the next one, shall we? And as we look at our nice little city here and give a quick little recap, we'll begin to spell those plans out. Of course, the final result was our little tourism district over here, complete with a nice little roundabout and some party favors. Half the section, I admit, is kind of abandoned or a mess because, you know, traffic management. Of course, we got our main highway and outer suburbs. Our downtown area, complete with quite a few skyscrapers and old-style buildings. I believe it's loading the European-style architecture too here. That might explain why there's not really any skyscrapers or what have you. But, you know, it all fits in just nicely. We got the aquarium. So I'm quite proud of this. We have our nice little seaside district over here, complete with a few piers and nicer buildings. Our sort of like hilltop district. Small little industrial area that's not so small on traffic. I think one of the big problems I've noticed now, too, is that I tend to have this weird tendency, and I'll show you, to zone too many industrial areas altogether. I'm going to have to make a note of this for the very next playthrough, because this is a mistake I seem to keep making over and over. And unbeknownst to me, the more of these you have, the more traffic you get. And you kind of can see the issue here. This is going to be very key for our next playthrough. And it's weird because I have all this mass transit underneath too. I have metro lines underneath, and yet we're still getting tons of traffic. So I don't know if there's an issue with metro lines, or if I'm just grouping too many of these together and it's all creating this whole mess. So we will note that for the next playthrough. Of course, we got our fusion power plant, which we got at the end of the last episode. We got our airports, including an international airport that in hindsight probably wasn't really needed. We got some cargo bay terminals, including one that was done incorrectly. We have more suburbs here in the valley. And of course we had our hills, which were all set and ready to go, and then we ran out of time. Oops. Oh well. Oh, that's kind of a nice shot. So that's and then I did try to start sort of some hilltop communities, but it didn't work out that way. All in all, this city could have probably had like, oh, I don't know, maybe 200,000 people when it was all said and done. But alas, it didn't turn out that way, and like I said, it dawned on me towards the end of that playthrough that, yeah, without DLCs, there's not much too far I can give. I forgot to mention the space elevator over here. So, you know, it is what it is. So, had we gone on further, we would have tried to fill all this in. But alas, I think our luck here in Luckyville is about to run out for good. So before I, you know, address that part, let's come over here for a minute, because let's preview Season 3, shall we? So, Season 3, ladies and gentlemen. I will announce it here and now. We are going to do a $1 million challenge, where the goal is to get our budget to a point where we're earning $1 million in a week. Right now, as you can see, it's currently hovering somewhere in the 80s. But the goal there would be to get it to $1 million within 40 years, and then as high as possible afterwards. Failure to do so will result in disastrous consequences. No, there will not be any disasters, though I'll keep them to a minimum just for giggles and other things. But generally, the goal is to try to get much money in here as possible, which means we'll have to stoop to some lows, let's just per se. Oh, but industry is going to play a big role in that, and I'll have to make a note to self to try to avoid this fate. That seems to be kind of the issue. Now this time around, all DLCs will be on the table, as well as mods, so this time we're going full-blown playthrough. And again, the goal is to try to get as much money as possible. And where are they? Here they are. I have a funny feeling this is probably going to be very useful. Yes, this is a resource hot map, and had I done the whole, you know, DLC thing, this would have came in handy. I mean, look at all the iron here. My goodness. Well, this turned out to be an oil pit. Huh, interesting. Yes, I will have unlimited ore and iron and oil on, because that was kind of... It's also why I haven't continued with New Rock City. For some weird reason, when I turned that mod off, it automatically deactivated it in that playthrough. I'm not sure why. But this kind of gives you an idea of what it could have been had that playthrough been... DLC's been online. And of course, we have fishing, too. Ignore all the brown stuff. That's just silliness. Of course, we would have had mail stuff, industrial areas, parks would have been in play, and of course we would have done more of our airport and tourism and all that fun stuff. This game has definitely come a long way since its launch. In fact, as I'm recording this, Parks and Plazas, or Promenades, or whatever that DLC is called, just came out. That's going to be the only DLC not included into this. Or as well as anything else that either just came out that I'm not aware of, or anything that just so happens to come out while I'm in the process of that playthrough. But long story short, every DLC is fair game. Mods are fair game again, so I can finally use my traffic mod, which, let's be real, probably could have been useful for this. I mean, oh my god. I tried to fix it in vanilla mode, but it didn't work out the way I thought it would. Oh well, it happens. But yeah, long story short, all mods and DLCs are on the table, and our goal is to try to get it up to 1 million. So basically, not have it suddenly drop to 22,000. I don't know why it dropped it all of a sudden. Game's income ebbs and flows every once in a while. It like bounces around. I've been noticing that for the whole playthrough. Of course, policies are going to be key. I can't get them open for some weird reason. LOL glitch. And also trying to keep our expenses down. So if we have to use gravel roads, we have to use gravel roads. Because, we need to save money, dang it. Sorry, we can't afford to drive, you know. We can't afford to drive nicely. So, we'll have to keep all of this in mind, and hopefully this was a good exercise in this, too. Of course, we will be cutting corners in the name of making money, but, you know, that has to happen. So if we have to put a recycling dumps in neighborhoods, we'll be putting recycling dumps in neighborhoods. Or we could just straight up use landfills and cemeteries and say we can't afford anything else. I don't care about population either, just as long as everybody's at work. And we might do cool stuff like tourism districts and all of that, but the bottom line is we just want money. Money, money, money. That's what we care about. And the goal again is to get $1 million by the time the 40 years are up. Otherwise, well, shenanigans will happen. Hold on a minute. What the heck? Huh. Okay, this is funny. I have a random park with trees sitting in a polluted area. Well, that park is definitely going to help out. I didn't even notice that till just now. Okay. That park is definitely going to be very useful. My goodness. You know what? Get rid of it. Get out of here. My goodness. What am I doing? Alright, so note to self. Try to avoid mistakes like that in our actual playthrough. But yeah, that's going to be the goal. Get as much money as possible. And see what happens. Again, all mods and DLCs will be turned on, and I'll even have disasters turned on, but at very, very minimal length, just to add a little bit of craziness to this. Yeah, this will be turned down all the way to well, you know what? I'll debate about this. We'll see. So, stay tuned for that. I honestly don't know when the playthrough would start, to be honest. It is September 24th when I'm recording this video. The thing is, I'm currently in the middle of a Cyberpunk 2077 playthrough that I'm not going to post on here. There's a little bit too much going on. I don't want to start attracting the community guidelines police, let's just say. If you know, you know. And God of War is coming out November 2, so that's going to attract my attention. And yeah, so we'll find time to figure this out. I'll make an announcement of when Season 3 is going to begin. In the meantime, stick around because there will be other content coming out too. I've been posting a few Battlefield 2042 videos if you have noticed, or not so much noticed. I tried out the new COD beta, but I'm hardly interested in that. That one didn't exactly go as well as you might think. Hint, it's kind of like every other COD. I'll just leave it at that. But yes, I will try to get more Battlefield content up and running for those of you who will enjoy that. So stay tuned. We'll let you know either here or my Twitter when that's coming up. Link in the bio. So with that being said, about this city. You know, I could keep going on in this clearly, but between, you know, reasons and the fact that I've barely touched my first playthrough since this, for various reasons, I think it's about time the luck around here finally runs out. You know, I don't know. I feel like the luck around here should, you know... We've been very fortunate, but I think it's about time luck is running out. Oh, look!
City in the near future. Residents should seek shelter immediately if any is available.
See, like I was saying, this city's luck is about to run out. What a weird coincidence. But yeah, Luckyville, you've been good to me. You've been good to us. But alas, I think your luck is about to run out once and for all. Ladies and gentlemen, I think it's time we had some last little bit of fun with this city, shall we? Okay, where's the earth-shattering kaboom? Uh-oh, what happened? My computer's not letting me have it, guys. Oh, the timer's running slow. What the... I don't know if that's a defect of the game or if it won't let me, you know, move forward very quickly. Oh, that could be because of the meteor. Okay, sorry. I'm like wondering what in the world's going on. Where's the kaboom? Where's the earth-shattering kaboom? But yeah, speaking of which, I think it's about time we did something about this. So, ladies and gentlemen, you're in for a treat. Why don't y'all just sit back and relax? And we're gonna have some fun with this city. Huh? Oh, you thought all those disasters were just circumstantial? Spoiler, they weren't. Okay, I'm sure you probably already could guess that I may have had a hand in it. For those that needed a review, I basically was using Dungeons and Dragon dice to roll for all these bad boys, disaster, intensity, like when they would strike, how many. The only thing I didn't really roll for is location, which I kind of did this, and then poop, and that's where it basically would hit. And like I said, when I got the tsunami, it was a little bit too much for me. Who knows? I might release that footage. You may recall that from episode 18. It didn't really work out. But now we're about to end this playthrough. And I think it's about time we, you know, started things in this city, so... Okay, this is taking long enough. Hold on. Hold, please. Oh dear, there it is. Well, well, well. Then our flaming hail has decided to check in.
A meteor strike has occurred. Avoid the impact site and head to shelter if any is available.
Well, that's gonna be an issue now, ain't it? Well, that was just the beginning. 'Cause, it's about to get wild up in here. So... sit back, relax, and enjoy the carnage. kinds of exhilarating. Told you eventually our luck would run out. And by God, it did. Oh my goodness. Tornadoes, meteors, earthquakes, sinkholes. Man, you name it, this city just got rocked. Like I said, all the development, and you had to figure inevitably our luck would run out. So, then again, I wonder how much more it could possibly happen. I have a feeling that might not be the end of it, and oh, would you look at that? Whatever could this be? Uh-oh. It's happening again. Only this time it's happening for real. Oh, you thought we were done with the luck testing. Not so fast, my friends. Oh, it's only begun. It has only begun. Oh, I'm sure this whole wave won't destroy the city. No, not at all. Not at heckin' all. And by destroy, I mean flood.
Warning of a tsunami approaching the area.
Windmills.
Residents should avoid roads and waterfronts. A tsunami has struck the city. Take caution and avoid roads and waterfronts until the water
Look how much devastation it left too, just there. And it's like, whoa. It's crazy. Uh-oh. Here it comes. Hey, we gotta wash away all this rubble, hey? What? We gotta wash away all this rubble, so I figured this would be a good way to do it. I mean, if by good you mean take a whole bunch of buildings out, then yeah, I guess that qualifies. Oh wow, man, my computer can actually barely handle this. Oh my god. Can you even zoom in now?
A tsunami has struck the city. Take caution and avoid roads.
Oh, now I can zoom in and out.
Until the water recedes.
Yep. Ah, well. Hey, you know what? Like I was saying, all this rubble's got to wash out some way, somehow. So I figured this would be a good way to do it. I mean, heck, maybe even the ships will come by and pick up some of our passengers from in here. Who knows? Oh man, this is actually not wrecking havoc with my computer right now. Believe it or not. Okay, last time I did this too, it also came in through here, and I didn't see it. Oh, well, we'll just look at that. Even this side is getting washed away. Oh, wow. Uh-oh. Hold, please. Oh, boy. That tsunami was so intense, it ended up crashing my computer. Wow. Okay, well, I guess that's I guess that's what we could call an appropriate ending to this playthrough. Luckyville, it's been fun, but alas, we must leave you in the dust. In case you're wondering, this is old footage, too. From the, ill-fated episode 18, or what wouldn't happened. But as our city gets washed away here, I just want to take this time to thank everyone for all their support throughout this part of this playthrough. It is much appreciated. It's been a blast. But alas, we must move on to bigger and better things. So once again, stay tuned. Season 3, the third playthrough, will be just around the corner shortly, where we will try to get as much money as possible. But until then, I bid you adieu, and make sure you hit those like and subscribe buttons. And also be on the lookout for when the playthrough might start, as well as any other footage I might decide to post, like, say, Battlefield playthroughs or something else. Assuming what I'm doing with Cyberpunk 2077 doesn't distract me in the process, because that game's good again! Like I said earlier, I'm not going to post any walkthroughs of that game for, obvious reasons. So, once again, thank everyone for watching, and I will see you in the next one. And as for you, Luckyville, I'm afraid your luck has finally run out. Now, if my computer would behave itself, that would be great too. Seriously, that was kind of funny that it crashed at the end there, but hey, even my luck runs out. Alright, peace out, everyone.